And now His Excellency will witness the exchange of instruments of power. Please resume to your seats.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And this is the moment when we transfer the instruments of power to the Open University of Kenya. And I have here the chairman of the Commission for University Education to assist. So here we have the charter. This charter is a legal document that authorizes this university to discharge its mandate. It signifies the grant of authority of rights, recognizing the prerogative of Open University of Kenya to exercise the rights specified. It also stipulates the powers and functions of Open University of Kenya, as well as the governance and management structures. You may. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we may appreciate. Thank you very much. The next instrument of power is the mace. The mace is the symbol of the Open University of Kenya's internal authority. Traditionally, the mace was a weapon to protect the king. Later, it developed into a highly ornamented staff made of metal or wood. It is carried by a designated official of this university, usually referred to as the mace bearer, to represent authority. It is normally carried during formal academic events, such as conferment of degrees during convocations. And it may now transfer. The next instrument is the logo. And as you can see, it's a graphic mark or emblem commonly used by organizations to aid or promote instant public recognition. It represents the university's name and corporate identity. And if you look there, you can see the O and the UK. You can also see a star somewhere on the O, and you can see it opens up. So this is an open university. All this symbolism is found in that logo. Thank you very much. The next seal, instrument of authority is the seal. The seal is an instrument which, when fixed to a document, including a certificate, guarantees its authenticity. It's an embossed emblem or symbol used for attestation or evidence that authority has been given by the University Council. It is normally used on all deeds, instruments, contracts, and other documents which are executed by or on behalf of the university. It is kept in safe custody by a senior officer of the university, and it may move. Thank you very much. And the final instrument is the accreditation report. The accreditation report outlines the various parameters of accreditation and the extent to which the Open University of Kenya has conformed to the standards stipulated in the University Standards and Guidelines 2014 and Universities Regulation 2023. It captures the highlights of interaction between the Open University of Kenya and the Commission for University Education, and contains recommendations by the Commission for implementation by the university in order to ensure continued adherence to the laid-down standards. That report also contains the curricula for all those academic programs that are currently approved by the Commission for University Education and which are going to be offered by the university. So it's a very important document. Thank you very much. Now, Your Excellency, I want to humbly invite you to take your seat. I'd like to ask the Vice Chancellor and the Chancellor to remain behind for the installation of the Chancellor. Okay. Your Excellency, sir, the next ritual will be the installation of the Chancellor of the Open University of Kenya, and this will be done by the chairperson, who is here on stage with me. So I'd like to invite the Chancellor, Dr. James Mwangi, on the podium for purposes of robing. We congratulate you, Dr. Mwangi, on the appointment as the chairperson of the Council of the Open University of Kenya. The chair of the council and the vice chancellor are very experienced human beings in these rituals. Hence the reason why we asked them to do this. We have the Vice Chancellor making sure that this is done correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, you may appreciate And now, ladies and gentlemen, once the installation has been done, it's an opportunity for the instruments to move to the university, and that is usually handed over by the Chancellor. So please, if you could bring the instrument. Will be handed by the chair of the council. He's right here on top here on the stage with me. So they move in almost the same order. So the charter goes from the chair and then to the chancellor, who then hands over to the vice chancellor, who takes over the reins in the university. The next item will be the mace. Again, from the chair to the chancellor to the acting vice chancellor. The next item is the logo. And it makes the same movement. If you could bring the logo, please. You have a good opportunity to have a good look at the logo again. And again from the chair to the chancellor and to the vice chancellor. You may appreciate. Thank you very much. And finally, the seal. Thank you very much. So now all the instruments of authority have been handed over to the Vice Chancellor, and he has the opportunity to start steering the ship. Thank you very much. I would like to ask you to please take your seats. before I hand over to Mike.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I now most humbly wish to invite Professor Reverend Father Stephen Mbugua, who will lead us in a word of commissioning and the dedication of the instruments of authority. Welcome, Professor Reverend Father Stephen Mbugua.
Let us pray. Almighty and ever-living God, we give you thanks and we bless you because of your goodness and love. In your wisdom, you created us. In your love, you continue to provide providence within our lives. And in your mercy, you saved us through our Lord Jesus Christ. You have given us the power of these instruments that you have created, that they symbolize your sharing with humanity the wisdom that you have as you make us stewards of creation. We thank you for the chartering of the Open University of Kenya. We thank you for His Excellency the President, who has envisioned this great dream and actualized it today after many years of preparations and of readiness to work on this matter. Bless him, bless his family, bless the leadership of this country, so that the education that is provided through these instruments that we bless may inform our minds, the minds of our nation, may also touch the hearts of all those who will be taught through this institution, and may also transform their lives and bring innovation and leadership and every good governance in our nation, and also the creation and the living of the values that we profess in our country. Be with us always and bless these instruments and those who use them, that they may always represent the goodness of the wisdom that is shared from you. And now I bless them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
Your Excellency, now I would like to invite the Acting Vice-Chancellor to do two things. The first one, I would like him to come and take the mace. If you don't mind, just take it up with you. I am thinking that, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that we celebrate the achievement of the Open University. So I'd like him to display it to everyone. I think he can get the assistance. That symbol of power. And if you can just display it to the members of the audience so that you can celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much and congratulations. We wish you all the best. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, once he has done that, I would also like to ask him now to come here. He will read the Goodwill messages, a few of them, I hope. And then after that, he will invite the chair of the council. And from then on, we'll proceed to the end. Welcome, Vice Chancellor.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Cabinet Secretaries present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, sir, as we embarked on this journey to operationalize the Open University of Kenya, we interacted with and engaged many institutions, professionals, and potential collaborators from around the world, some of whom that have sent us messages of goodwill as we receive the charter today. Allow me, Your Excellency, sir, to read a few of those goodwill messages. They are very captivating when they are read at length, and they will form part of a rich history that will mark the foundation of this university. Your Excellency, sir, we have received a message from the Commonwealth of Learning in Canada, signed by Sanjaya Mishra, the Director of Education. Sir, we have also received a message from leaders of Africa Institute, Michigan in the United States of America, and this has been brought to us by Peter Penner, the Executive Director. Your Excellency, sir, we have also received a message from African Council for Distance Learning in Ghana, signed by Goski Alabai, the President. Your Excellency, we have also received a message from eLearning Africa in Berlin, Germany, signed by Rebecca Stromeyer, the Founder and Chief Executive. We've also received a message from African Council for Distance Education, which has been brought to us by Professor Leonard Fweger on behalf of the Executive Director. Your Excellency, sir, we've received a message from the National Open University of Nigeria, which has been signed by Professor Olufemi Peters, the Vice Chancellor and First Vice President of African Council for Distance Education. Your Excellency, sir, we also have a message from the Open University of Tanzania, which has been signed by Professor Eliphas Tozo Bisanda, who is the Vice Chancellor of that university. Your Excellency, we have also received a message from the Vice Chancellor's Committee of the Public Universities in Kenya, which has been signed by Professor Daniel Mugendi, who is also the Vice Chancellor of Embu University. Last but not least, among those that have been coming in, we have a message from Kenya Education Network, brought to us by the Executive Director, Professor Meoli Kashorda. Sir, those are just a few of the messages, among others, which we have continued to receive as the ceremony continues. Thank you, Your Excellency. Now it's my singular duty to invite the Chairman of Council, Professor Ezra Maritim, to come and make remarks. Welcome, sir.
His Excellency the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Honorable Ezekiel Machoku, Cabinet Secretary for Education, all protocol observed. Your Excellency, sir, I had two positions, or I had a position of being a chair of the Technical Working Committee to establish this Open University. On that capacity, I would like to thank you, sir, and take opportunity to thank you for championing the establishment of Open University of Kenya. First, when you were the Minister for Education, and now as the head of state and government. The Open University of Kenya, whose charter you issued today, is indeed your brainchild. Second, late last year, you gave instruction that you wanted to see the Open University chartered soonest. Today, we are here to witness the realization of that expectations. Your Excellency, sir, as we learn from the exploits of our renowned long-distance athletes, it doesn't matter how one poorly starts the race. What matters is how one finishes the race. Your Excellency, the race to operationalize the Open University of Kenya started some years back, at least 14 years ago. Today, it comes to the finish line. In your speech on Madaraka Day, you said, and I quote, "And later this year, Kenyans will have the opportunity to go to the university from the comfort of their homes." Your Excellency, sir, education for all is a worthwhile dream. Quality education makes human beings equal. Your own life, sir, Mr. President, is a testimony to the equalization power of education. The Open University of Kenya creates opportunities for those who cannot attend the formal structured universities, for their higher education. Setting up the Open University of Kenya is in part a response to the recent UNESCO on reimagining higher education for the benefit of all those who need. By providing alternative pathways in access to higher education, not only in country but across the border, the Open University becomes a major vehicle for integration of East African community. In the recent visit, your recent visit to Rwanda, you emphasized this point, sir. Your Excellency, sir, in line with the vision of the government you lead, the Open University is a framework of action for repairing injustices that have prevailed and have been perpetuated by our education system since independence. We have practiced our education system that has suffered from grade disease, failed to recognize prior learning, and is anchored on exclusion, and hence closing off many Kenyans from realizing themselves and their potentials. Sir, I would like to report to you that the Technical Working Committee on Operationalization of Open University of Kenya took time to deliberate on what makes the Open University of Kenya unique. And that's what I want to emphasize, sir. What makes this university unique? And they identified 5 aspects of that uniqueness. First, Open University is a visionary framework. Your Excellency, a vision creates hope. And without vision, people perish. Sir, Open University is a framework of hope. It is a university that will build life and aspirations of Kenyans who, for one reason or another, lost hope for higher education. By issuing a charter to Open University of Kenya today, you signify a move away from exclusion in access in higher education to inclusion. Second, Open University is a framework of shared prosperity. Your Excellency, sir, Open University is also a framework of shared prosperity. The vision of Open University is innovative university for inclusive prosperity. This declared vision seeks to answer the question, how do we enable Kenyans to benefit from prosperity in vision in Kenya Vision 2030? Sir, the Technical Working Committee believes that through inclusivity in education, national prosperity can be shared. Third, OUK is an enabling framework. Your Excellency, sir, education is an enabling enterprise. And by opening up continuous learning, opportunities for all are created. The Technical Working Committee, which I had the opportunity and privilege to chair, recommends strongly that the concept of school dropout should be withdrawn from use in our society, either casually or in official education documents. This is because we understand education as a continuous process. In reality, what happens is that learners step out of the learning process when they face challenges, and they step in when conditions become favorable or affordable. OUK will therefore provide this revolving door for stepping in and stepping out of learning process. Fourth, sir, OUK is a framework of openness. Your Excellency, sir, the true democratization of education is through provision of open access to learning opportunities. One part of this university's name is the word open. This implies that the university embraces flexibility, inclusivity with respect to admission, progression while studying, time of study, place of study, and the method of study. Those who want to continue with work and study, travel and study, herding their livestock and study, pursue lifelong learning without restrictions or limitations with respect to age, gender, or duration, or the cost of learning, now have a place to actualize their aspirations. Fifth, Open University is a strategic framework. Your Excellency, the Technical Working Committee sees the Open University is a strategic framework, and hence enabling or establishing this university will help the national and the African Union Agenda 2063 by ensuring that Education 4.0 interactive technologies in teaching and learning in higher education becomes the principal mode rather than the peripheral mode, which is the current situation. Ensuring that the masses of our people who need education are not left behind, as advocated by SDG4. Positioning Kenya as an export of education in Africa, and thus enhancing African Agenda 2023 and UNESCO's Convention on Program, Skills, Students, and Staff Mobility across the borders. Facilitating those in diaspora and those in diplomatic service to access homegrown programs for their children. Finally, sir, I would like to assure you that the Technical Working Committee identified young ICT Kenyan graduates who developed world-class learning management system, website, e-library, and digitized the courses. And sir, at this point, I would like to ask those professors, the 51 professors who assisted the committee to develop the 8 programs, and the 25 young ICT graduates from this country who digitized the same courses developed. They are here with you, sir. Where are you? Thank you, they are here, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Be seated. Thank you. Your Excellency, is this a wish of the Technical Working Committee that Open University develops its own custom-designed ICT system through open access approach? This approach will be one way of reducing tuition fees, containing operational cost, and managing risks associated with students' personal data. Thank you, Your Excellency. I would like to invite the Chancellor of Open University of Kenya to make his remarks. Welcome, Chancellor.
His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, His Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Honorable Ezekiel Machogu, Cabinet Secretary for Education, all protocols observed. Your Excellency, sir, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve as the first Chancellor of this new university, sir. I'm humbled that you have given me a responsibility to provide the service for this country on your behalf, which I humbly accept. Sir, you have bestowed on me that trust to perform the function of a Chancellor just when my service as Chancellor of University of Science and Technology has just ended, which I served 2013 to 2023, and assure you I'll bring the insights that I've learned from being a Chancellor to this new university. Your Excellency, while we have enjoyed the benefits of the conventional mode of learning for many decades, new global challenges justifies the putting up of this open university to manage the constraints of the mode of world education. 4 constraints are eminent. First, during the calamities such as COVID-19, this mode of education is not sustainable as we experienced. Second, with increasing demand for higher education, and particularly where half of the population is below the age of 15, this mode of education is also not sustainable. Third, advancement in information and technology is providing more efficient ways of teaching and learning. And fourth, Kenya needs to join the League of Nations that are embracing and taking the advantage of the benefits and impact of technology advancement. Your Excellency, it's an honor and a privilege to serve your vision in furthering our country's dream of creating a globally competitive workforce by providing affordable, accessible education. Technology and advancement has continued to support innovation and disruptions in the delivery of services to society, bringing efficiency and productivity. Kenya will be leapfrogging this education delivery by optimizing on technology to support open learning. I assure you and the people of Kenya of my dedication to serve my country in this role and leverage the learnings from my expansive equity education program to scale our country's education and footprint and impact. Your Excellency, sir, the Open University of Kenya that you have awarded the charter today is a public university that will be regulated by the Commission of University Education like any other university in the country. Sir, at one quality assurance umbrella on academic standards, inter-university student mobility will be possible. I encourage all universities in our country to embrace these for the benefit of learners. Your Excellency, sir, being newly established, the Open University requires heavy investment in startup cost, ICT infrastructure, and program development. The new university administration will work with the relevant government agencies and development partners on these areas so that the university achieve economies of scale by 2027. Your Excellency, as the Chancellor of this university, I will work with the Vice Chancellor, the Chairman of the Council and University Council in adhering strictly to the rules and regulations governing a public university. We shall ensure that we conduct business of this university effectively, efficiently, in a manner appropriate for the proper conduct of public business. Your Excellency, we have a golden opportunity to position this university globally by optimizing on technology. We shall optimize on these as our differentiator in driving a low-cost business model, fast-tracking our growth while ensuring and upholding the highest standards of quality. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I now wish to invite the Cabinet Secretary, Education, Ramashau. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Prime Cabinet Ministers, Cabinet Secretaries present, Your Excellency, the Governor of Makueni County, the Head of Public Service, and all the Principal Secretaries present, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kajiado County, the members of Parliament present here, plus my Chair of Council, my Chair of Education Committee in the National Assembly, and my Chair of the Education Committee in the Senate, the Chairperson of Commission for University Education, and the Secretary of Commission for University Education, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, it's a very happy moment. Before I make any remarks, Your Excellency, the Governor of Makueni County is here on behalf of all the members of Parliament, our MCAs, and every other person here. Governor, please come and make your remarks in one moment.
Thank you. Asante, thank you. Your Excellency the President, Prime Cabinet Secretary, my friend and neighbor, Musalia Mudavadi, MPs present, Cabinet Secretary is present, Chair of the university, my friend Professor Mutisia, he was my competitor. We used to smile when we were competing. The Chair of Konza, Professor Munavu, my mentor, His Excellency, that gentleman is my mentor in many, many ways, and therefore recognize him. We have agreed, you said I speak in a moment, but we have agreed with His Excellency the President to do the following. I'll invite Mheshimiwa Zambia to speak. Yes, come. And then the two deputy governors. So they said a moment, so speak in a moment.
Thank you for that opportunity. This is my first time to address our President, Your Excellency, our Prime Minister, Musalia Mudavadi, CSS, Members of Parliament, Senators, and our governors around. Na watu wa Kilome amjambo. Before I continue, Your Excellency, kuna kitu uyaambiwa. Leo, kila mtu alikuwa ameingia hapa by 8, asifungiwe kwa mlango. Hiyo uyaambiwa. So, Your Excellency, our President, I want to be very brief. And before I make my remark, let me introduce all the members of Parliament by just upstanding so that you can be recognized. MPs, members of Parliament. Asanteni sana. Mnaweza keti. Ama mnataka kuongea? Asanteni sana. Thank you. To the Chair, Education Committee, karibu sana. Now, even the TSC fraternity is here. Just feel welcomed. I want to make very few remarks. First, Your Excellency, from 2013, you have put all your effort to this Konza Techno City. And I can assure you, you have done and you have changed the lives of Makueni people, including Kilome as a constituency. As we speak, I have over 500 young men who have been employed here from Kilome constituency, and it even made me to be elected again this term. Your Excellency, what I have in my mind is that I know you move very fast and you understand the needs of our people. Phase 1 has been done and it is completed. We urge the next phase, which is phase 2, to come in immediately so that those who have been phased out, that's the workers who have been phased out, can get back and get employed. Your Excellency, those who doesn't know, the Kenyan data center is here. All horizontal development, you've gone around, you have seen, a lot of tarmacking has been done. We have the best sewerage system in place, and all that is through the effort of the our President, because he has stood with us and making this project move on. Your Excellency, I would not fail to mention one person by the name Engineer Tanui. That man has changed this place. He was dedicated. He was every time 24/7 working with us, and he has made all the changes you can see around. If it was not for the horizontal development, I'm telling you, we could have be having more than 100-story buildings like this one. Unajua maneno au chini watu hawezi elewa vizuri. There is a tunnel where we are here, 2.5 meters wide. So a lot has been done here, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, through that, we want to hand your office, if it can be very possible, you will relocate the ICE department in this Konza. Your Excellency, I just want to be very brief, and because of time, through the open university you've done today. I don't know who advised you. You did the right thing. Dr. Mwangi, who is the Chancellor, he will grow this university the way he has done in Equity Bank. And I know will go very far. And I want to say this. I want to start by saying that I will sponsor 100 students to join this university from my Kilome constituency. That is point number one. Your Excellency, you gave me a vocational training college. We have done, already we have received 40 million. We are almost going to complete it by the end of December. We are only remaining 20 million, which we factored in this budget. And Mr. Meli, who is our chair, has assured me we will get the money to complete the college so that we can train more young men. In fact, when we are starting, you are the brainchild of the TVETs. When we started the TVETs, people could not understand what we were doing, but now they know. There is a time where you could not get more than 10 plumbers, but now we have over 200 who have gone through the trainings. So we appreciate you for that, Your Excellency. Lastly, we have enough space at this place where we can decongest Nairobi. We can provide enough land to do affordable housing, because from here to Nairobi it's less than 30 minutes. And if you agreed with me, yeah, of course, it is 30 minutes. So if we can have the commuter train, and of course, those who are not aware, His Excellency, our President, has organized, and anytime we will have Handover cadence from Machakos Junction to Emali, then to Mombasa. Thank you, Your Excellency, for keeping on remembering us. Lastly, and last but not the least, now you allow us to the President for the first time. I know a lot. I know a lot is on the way. There is the third project you initiated. We want to get some water from Notresh, from Kajiado, all the way in an independent line up to this place. And I know that is in the process. And lastly, Governor, I know Thwake Dam is ongoing, and we are still expecting that water to be distributed to this area. Thank you, and may God bless you, and we pray for you. And I assure you there are no stones around.
Thank you. Thank you. We also have members of County Assembly. Could you please be upstanding? There's only one. Yes, members of the County Assembly from this area, led by Mr. Justus Mwanzia. Wapigeni makofi hao. I know you are sending me notes so that people speak, but you know the President has given me direction. So unless you lodge an appeal, hawezi kubali. Now, the area MP has spoken. Now, Your Excellency, there's a gentleman, if you remember in 2003, who sued you. He's here, he's now a senator of Makueni. This one. And because of Senator Manzo, he gave me the privilege, by suing you, for me to defend you. In 2003, when he lodged a suit on behalf of Ruben Chesire. We now also have in our presence the two deputy governors. I'll ask them to come. Deputy Governor Mr. Moshisho, on behalf of the Governor of Kajiado, Deputy Governor Mwangangi, please come, both of you. On behalf of Governor Wavinya, we have the Deputy Governor of Makueni. Where are you? Former County Commissioner. 3. Kuja. Could the Makueni Cabinet please stand? Makueni Cabinet, wako wapi? Oh, mumekaa nyuma. That is the Makueni Cabinet. I have seen the Chair of Tanathi. Chair of Tanathi Water, wako wapi? Yes. Mheshimiwa Regina. Now, His Excellency the President has said, musalimiani.
Asante. Kwanza wewe. Asante sana. Your Excellency, our President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Secretaries present, Your Excellency, Governor and Deputy Governors, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Martin Moshisho, Deputy Governor Kajiado, and Your Excellency, we are very, very glad to be associated and to be part of the Technopolis, and indeed, we really appreciate the development and the strides that Kenya is making through this city. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Open University of Kenya and appreciate you, Your Excellency, for your determination, because in most cases, most universities operate using the letter of interim. But here today, you have given a charter in the formative stages of Open University of Kenya, and this shows your determination and dedication to ensure that Kenyans are able to access affordable education and a global competitive education. Your Excellency, congratulations and thank you so much. Kajiado being part of this city, a lot of things happening, and we want to appreciate the participation and the involvement by the management of this techno-city in the leadership of Kajiado. We promise that we're going to fully support that a lot is going to be realized. Sina mingi, allow me to say long live Open University of Kenya. Asanteni sana.
To our President and the Prime Cabinet Secretary and all leaders present, I'm here to represent the area governor, Her Excellency Honorable Wavinya Deti, who is out of the country. She has sent a very powerful delegation. The whole government is here. The chief officers, the ministers, they are here. Please, can you be upstanding so that I don't talk about people who are not here? Even they have seen our MCS. Only one person. No, there are many. There are many. You can see. Thank you. We appreciate you. Your Excellency, I have two comments from the governor and then one other which I feel is more important for this occasion. One, thank you. Thank you. For the history of this project, your current budget is highest since this project was started. And Her Excellency says, I appreciate this, your administration for that undertaking. The budget we have to develop this area is the highest, and the governor highly appreciates. Number two, we would wish, this is an international venture, but somewhere in Kenya, in Machakos. And we request humbly that unless jobs around here are too technical, we consider first the people from this region. Number three, and almost final, is the main source of water for this techno-city is from Thwake. Your Excellency, there is a challenge. 2 days ago, I went to represent Her Excellency somewhere, and a project that you are doing to clean Nairobi rivers. Actually, the way it is now, Your Excellency, it is like transferring the sewerage system from urban part of this region, Nairobi, to all the way to Thwake Dam. Something urgently needs to be done, Your Excellency. I believe strongly Kenya is in safe hands under His Excellency the President. And why am I saying this? Sometimes you need to know, the president I know now, the president of Kenya, was one time Minister for Higher Education. And the reforms he started then, we are seeing fruits now. Part of the ways to bring down cost of living for parents in this country is to establish a university like we have Open University for Kenya, because students will not travel. because they need not to. You need to sit at the comfort of where you are seated and do your learning. That is, you are addressing some of these challenges before they are even discussed. Secondly, our president was Minister for Agriculture. Mr. President, I tell you for free that the Mbamba harvest we did when you were Minister for Agriculture has never been done. 2 days ago, you started that program. You are now addressing another challenge before even it is discussed. Thank you, Mr. President, for that. Then, we have a request. And this request, I'm doing it on behalf of people of Machakos and this region. This is, Mr. President, this is watoto wako. Zambia has talked about no stones today. I assure you there is none that is going to be. Let's have a different alternative national ways of discussing and resolving our issues internally. Because, Mr. President, the 700 million Honorable Murkomen is going to use to repair expressway could put up almost level 5 hospital within this facility. My governor has told me to tell you, our government is going to work with your government so that these people can gain from your administration and development can be realized. Thank you, Mr. President, for even accepting you won against system, against a lot of things. We even took you to court, but you have now accepted again to let malalamishi yetu tuongee. Sasa tuongee, mlango ya kuongea isipungwe, lakini Mr. President never sacrifice democratic principles. Because here in Machakos we have a deputy governor and governor. Na hatutaki kisirani atutulete maneno mengine. Wacha Wavinya na Mwangangi wafanye kazi ile wanapaswa kufanya. We need to know if there is democracy, democracy dictates that you win, you govern, but I also correct you if you are competing. Those are sentiments from Honorable Wavinya Det. So as I go to sit, Your Excellency, Niccolo Machiavelli said one time, if you want to know the intelligence of a leader, look around the people around him or her. Thank you for what you have done for this country so far. May God bless you as you lead us. Asante.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President and all protocols observed. My name is Lucy Molili, Deputy Governor for Mutula Kilonzo, Makueni County. Now that my governor is here, I'll just say one remark because my training, I've not yet become a full politician like Honorable Mwangangi, Deputy Governor Machakos. Just to thank you for coming to Makueni County and to request you, Your Excellency, the President, kindly to plan a development visit to Makueni County. Makueni County people, we love you. And the last, I would wish to thank you. Asanteni sana. Your Excellency, the President, I would wish to thank you for the fertilizer you provided. And probably in Makueni County, we will be requesting more fertilizer stores so that farmers can be able to get food, because food security is an issue in Makueni and the whole of Makueni. I mean, all of Okambani and other areas. Thank you so much. I think I can now call my governor to come because he has a speech which he has. Thank you.
Thank you. It's not actually a speech. It's just brief remarks, Your Excellency. I have the privilege of being deputized by Lucy Mulili. She was a former county commissioner at 3 counties, Nandi, Kericho, and Kakamega. And last post was here at Konza. She was the one in charge of the money that Mr. Engineer Tanui was spending. Allow me, Your Excellency, first and foremost, to acknowledge Engineer Tanui. Now, when Engineer Tanui came here, of course, for the local politics, we were thinking they should have hired a Mutiso or a Mutua or something like that. But Engineer Tanui has proved that it doesn't matter who you appoint to whatever position and wherever they are. They can still, as long as they are competent, they can serve. Engineer Tanui has served this region, balanced the politics. Usisikie wanaongea tu, has balanced all of us to the extent then you don't have problems. There's a young lady who I must recognize, and I hope she's here, June Chepkemei. Uko There's a lady by the name June Chepkemei. That is the second person I want to recognize for the work they did, including making sure that the title deed for this region, for this 5,000 acres, is securely in the hands of Konza. Thanks to Engineer Tanui. Your Excellency, this development here is significant, and let me tell you why. This was Malili Cooperative Society land, this one. It was just given name Konza to beautify it. But otherwise, we are standing in Malili sublocation. Wow, wengine wasikudanganye. Wasikudanganye. Now, our forefathers, including my own grandfather,